Hi, my name is Jeannette Raasch, and today I'll be giving a presentation on effective oral presentations. In nearly every job description in the business field, one criteria you're almost likely to find is an effective business communicator. The type of business presentation a speaker delivers is determined by the purpose of the presentation. The first type of presentation is an informative presentation, which is generally part of our everyday job, but how you deliver them is just as important as the actual message you're delivering. There are three types of informative presentations. The first is a briefing, which basically informs the listeners of specific topics. They should be short in length, organized topically or chronologically, summarize the position, have simple visual aids, and be more matter-of-fact than dramatic. Next type is reports, which describe the state of an operation. The most common type of report is a status or progress report, which is a brief career summary of the situation. The format to follow for these type of reports are to review the project's purpose, state the current status of the project, identify any obstacles you've encountered, and attempts you have made to overcome these encounters, describe your next milestone, and focus for the future of the project. Final reports are delivered at the end of the project. The guidelines to follow when preparing a final report include to introduce the report, provide necessary background information, describe what happened, describe the results, and tell listeners how to get more information. Feasibility reports evaluates one or more potential action steps and recommends how the organization should proceed. Elements of a feasibility report are the introduction, the criteria, the methodology, possible solutions, evaluation of the solutions, recommendations, and conclusions. The final informative presentation is a training. Training should teach listeners how to perform a task and should be prepared with the audience's interest in mind. The first part of doing a training is to plan for your training program. This should include defining the goal, developing a schedule and a list of resources, involving the audience, and organizing your presentation. Once you have done that, then you're ready to present the training. By doing this, you're going to link the topic to your audience, start with an overall picture, emphasize the organization of your material, and cover only necessary information. The next type of business presentation is the persuasive presentation. Persuasive presentations are used to influence others to change their actions on certain issues. Credibility and structure can determine how successful your presentation will be. First, though, you must decide which pattern you will use to present your speech. The most basic pattern is the problem-solution pattern. This pattern is most beneficial when you need to convince the audience that there is a problem. Second is the comparative advantages pattern, when the audience is considering another potential alternative. This pattern allows you to show how your plan is superior to others. Next is the criteria satisfaction, which is used when the audience is not likely to consider alternative plans. And last is the motivated sequence pattern, which is used when problem and solution are easy to visualize. This pattern is most effective when seeking immediate audience reaction. Once you've chosen your strategy, then you'll need to prepare the type of speech you're going to deliver. The most common types of persuasive presentations are motivational, goodwill, proposals, sales presentations, and persuasions. Motivational speeches generate enthusiasm, inspire, and energize the audience about the topic being presented. Goodwill speeches create favorable images by promoting interest, support, and encouragement by the speaker. Proposals should advocate your audience to take specific action through convincing and persuasion. First, you should introduce the problem, then you provide a solution with supporting evidence. Sales presentations persuade the listener to purchase a product or service through establishing a client relationship and their wants and needs. One thing to keep in mind is it is definitely important to emphasize the benefits and not the features, because the benefits will motivate the customer to choose your option. Persuasion should motivate an audience to change their belief, attitude, or behavior by convincing or making a pitch to the listener. The three approaches for persuasion are coercion, which is the use of force and/or threats or punishments, manipulation, which is using deception to trick another party into thinking or acting in the desired way, or three ethical persuasion strategies, which are honest communication that convinces the other party to act voluntarily in a desired way. The next type of business presentation is a group presentation. Group presentations are presented by a group or a team for different reasons, including a variety of different skills and perspectives of speakers to boost the audience receptivity. The two approaches for a group presentation are to organize by topic and to organize by task. Basically, when you organize by topic, it can be broken down into segments where each speaker with a different specialty of expertise discusses a topic. Organizing by task requires a plan where the spokesperson describes the problem, other speakers offer support. Then the spokesperson offers a solution, and the speakers once again offer support for the solution. Group presentations have an overall introduction and conclusion. Each speaker should have their own introduction and conclusion about the segment to help the audience with any confusion and in the overall plan of the presentation. Transitions are a great way to help make this happen so that people aren't confused over who is going to be discussing what topic. The best way to make an impression with the least amount of delays is through preparations, through an extensive rehearsal. This way your people know where to stand, they know when it's their turn to present, how to present, and what your overall goal is going to be of the presentation. The final type of presentation is the special occasion presentation. These include, first, the welcoming of a guest, which should be done with warmth and sincerity. The guidelines are to introduce yourself, identify the person or the people you are welcoming, thank them for coming, and tell why the occasion is important or significant. A speech of introduction contains accurate, well-researched information. The information you present to the audience about the speaker should include a brief topic about the person who will speak, reasons why the audience should listen to the person you're introducing, and enhance the credibility of the person you are introducing. Tributes follow a person's life or career and focus on achievements and characteristics that occurred or themes or traits from the person's life. Be sure of the accuracy of names and details and sensitivity to their gender, culture, and their personal desires is extremely important. An effective business communicator is not only a great attribute to have, but is almost a necessity in today's business world. There are certain guidelines that should be followed when preparing oral presentations that will help the speaker deliver more effective, interesting, and successful presentations. With the knowledge of the different types of business presentations and the basics of each, a business communicator can achieve much success when making presentations in an organization. Thank you very much.